Good morning, all of you. I welcome you in class 11th Commerce. Thanks for choosing this beautiful subject. Accountancy, the most people think that it's like mathematics. Of course, there's some portion of mathematics is here, but it's not mathematics actually. Accountancy is basically a concept base. You know that when we communicate to one person to another, we need a language. Now suppose you want to communicate to your friends. You communicate in English, you communicate in Hindi, you communicate in whatever, okay, your regional or your regional language. So basically accountancy is the language for business. Now how business show, how effective it is. Okay, we can show with the help of accountancy. कैसे मालूम चलेगा कि कोई business की language क्या है? We know that this particular business is a service sector. This particular business is a professional one. This particular business is retailing one. But if you want to know the actual position of business, if business want to communicate itself, the basic language of business is accountancy. With the help of accountancy, we can able to know that what business is actually how much amount of profit, or a business is what is the main business strength. Business किस position में है? Business कितना successful है? या business की कितनी goodwill है? These all things we know with the help of accountancy. The simple way, accountancy is a language for business. Now in class 11th, we are discussing about the basic concept today. I'm not taking too much of concepts, I'm taking the basic concept today. What is accountancy all about? What is meaning and what is nature? They basically come in class 11 CBSE. This is a particular subject, okay, your syllabus. First, I'm just giving you what what's the syllabus of accountancy in class 11. The unit 1 is divided into theoretical framework. What is theoretical framework? I told you accountancy is not a theoretical subject. Only 20% components are theoretical. Accountancy is basically a practical subject. You have to do lot many numericals, or you have to do lot many solutions of the problem. But it's very interesting, believe me. The only thing is you need to understand the concept, and the theoretical framework is the concept of accountancy. How we pass journal entries, how we make ledgers. You must be heard the name balance sheet. Before balance sheet, what are the components we need to make balance sheet? These all things we're going to study in class 11th. So basically class 11th is a Bible of accountancy. Whatever you study over here is go for a long way. When you do class 12th, BBA, MBA, Chartered Accountancy, anything, you require these basic concepts. So these basic concepts are generally the guidelines how accountancy basically works. So I'm just giving you a brief network. What is the syllabus in class 11th accountancy? Unit 1 say theoretical framework, which require the components in accounting or accounting procedure, how accountancy work, how we create journal entries, how we make ledgers, and all these things. This basically theoretical framework, a guidelines definition is of 12 marks. Unit 2 consider accounting process. What are the different accounting process? Yeah, what are the different components which you require while doing a business? How we make different accountings. It's a 40 marks. And the next is financial accounting 2, which contain sole proprietorship from complete and incomplete records. The financial statement of sole proprietorship from complete and incomplete record, we do it later on, is a 20 marks. It's an important topic, how we make the financial statement for sole proprietorship. In class 11th, we are going to study the financial statement of sole proprietorship. In class 12th, we study the financial statement of partnership and company. And then Unit 4 is comparison accounting, which consists of 8 marks, and 20 marks for project work, which include your file and viva. The total is 100. So I hope you understand what is the framework, how we generate the class 11 syllabus in accountancy. Theoretical framework with 12 marks, accounting process, different types of accounting process, 40 marks, financial accounting, the second unit, third part, sole proprietorship from complete and incomplete records, 20 marks, and the comparison accounting. What is comparison accounting? How we use accounting computers through e-technology. This consists of A marks. which include tally also, you might be heard that. And project work is of 20 marks. Now how we solve? Come on the basic part of accounting or accountancy. Just wait, I need to rub this. First, I'll give you what is accountancy all about and what is the meaning of accountancy and how are you going to define accountancy and what is the steps needed in accountancy. So first, understand the concept. What is accountancy all about? First thing is, that suppose, like any person, suppose Shiva is a person, okay, he is running a business. Shiva is a person, he is running a business. We are talking this is a business. So Shiva is a person, he is running a business. Okay. Now, you understand first thing. In business, he required lot many things. उसे business करने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें चाहिए. He need to purchase land, labor, capital. You might be heard in economics. Okay. Apart from this thing, when he do the business, what is the transaction accountancy record? और what is the transactions accountancy needed? Accounts को किस चीज होता है? Business में there are lot many transactions occurring in business. Business किस चीज को record करेगा? Important point. So first thing is, suppose Shiva purchase goods for business purpose. Okay, and during the year or during the day, he paid the electricity bill of his house. उसने घर का बिल पे किया, अपने घर का, not the business का, घर का बिल पे किया, electricity bill पे किया. Now tell me, which is the transaction which for business? The first one? Okay, you understand term? Transaction which is occur for business purpose only. We call this economic transactions. The transaction which is for business. The main motive of economic transaction is to earn money further. To further earn money. Here, Shiva, the person Shiva, he is running a business, he purchased goods. If he purchased goods, now why he purchased goods? He purchased goods to resell again. Because the main motive of Shiva here is, he want to purchase goods and to resell it. He want to earn money from this. You understand this thing? And in second category, he paid the electricity bill of his house. उसने अपने घर का बिजली का bill pay किया. It's not an economic transaction. You understand? So economic transaction, the business, we need to identify the transaction which is for economic purpose, for the business purpose. That should be recorded. The first step of accountancy is identification. First step, note down this thing, identification. Now what to identify? Identification of business transaction. First thing, or we say identification of financial transactions and events. I hope it's clear. Identify the financial transaction. Those transactions where the motive is to earn money. That's called financial transactions. I'll give you one more example. Suppose with your family, you go to a restaurant for lunch. Okay. Now, after finishing a lunch, you have to pay the bill. Because of the restaurant is not doing the charity. He is serving, he providing you service to earn money. Whatever food you have there, you have to pay the bill. You understand this thing? Means for restaurant purpose, that's an economic transaction. Whatever food, whatever service you avail there, you have to pay the bill for this. But similarly, your mother preparing food for you, she never asks you money. Because the nature, their care there, the nature in second case, in your mother case, is love and affection. It's not the money motive. But the restaurant purpose, the motive is to earn money. Of course, they will charge the money. You understand saying? आप restaurant में खाना खाने गए, you have to pay the bill. Because the restaurant one is not doing a charity, he want to earn money. So he always give you the bill. They pay the bill here. But at home, your sister, your mother is preparing food for you. Their motive is not to earn money. Their motive is love, affection, care. To understand this thing, Accountancy always record those transactions where the motive is to earn money. It means simple way, all financial transactions where the motive is to earn money, they should be recorded in accountancy. The first step in accountancy is identification. What we need to identify? We need to identify the financial transactions. I hope it's clear. Now the second point, what is the second step in accountancy? The first one is identification. Okay. After identification, the second step is measuring. Now what to measure? What is meant by measuring? The measuring means measuring the identified transactions. You are measuring the financial transactions. Function. Suppose Shiva purchased goods. Shiva purchased goods. Suppose he is doing in mobiles. He purchased the mobiles. He said, I purchased 1,000 mobiles. Shiva is doing a mobile retail business. He said, I purchased 1,000 mobile for resale purpose. Okay. His dealer or his whatever, he doing the mobile business. He purchased 1,000 mobile. Now listen here, it's a wrong word. He purchased 1,000 mobile costing. It's come over here. Means उसे 1,000 mobile कितने के पड़े? What is the actual cost? What is the actual cost of one mobile? तो 1,000 mobile कितने के पड़े? It should be recorded in terms of money. Everything in business, it should be recorded in terms of money. Whatever financial transaction आपने रेस्टोरेंट में खाना खाया, how much bill you paid? Record in terms of money. You understand this thing? It means the second step of accountancy is to record in terms of money. You purchase furniture, costing how much? You don't say I purchase furniture. मैंने 4 सोफा सेट खरीदे, 50 टेबल्स खरीदी, 30 चेयर्स खरीदी. No, it's a wrong word. You purchase 30 chairs, you purchase 50 sofa sets, costing that much. This should be recorded in terms of money. Simply, if you say I purchase a 1 bigger land, or I purchase 1 hectare land, again it's a wrong word. You purchase 1 hectare land which costs that much. It means everything should be recorded in terms of money. You understand this thing? So second thing is, after identified, measure. You need to measure it. It means what's the actual cost of it. It's clear. The first is identification. Next is measure in terms of money. Whatever transaction you have, business transaction, you have to record in terms of money. Restaurant में कितने रुपए का खाना खाया? How much money is spent in particular way for business purpose? कितना भी पैसा खर्च किया? It should be recorded in terms of money. Third part is, or the third portion, the purpose of step of accountancy is recording. Important word. It's a very important record. Now what to record? As business is very difficult to remember all the transactions. Suppose sit in your father's business, एक बार बैठ के देखो, how many transactions in a day will occur? There are around about 50 to 100% coming to your shop to purchase something. Now, if you, out of half, if you're giving on credit purchase or credit sale, if you're selling on credit basis, it's very difficult to remember all the names during the day. It's better to record, because when you record, then only you can identify how much money you have to receive from a particular person. Now, if you can't record, suppose Shiva sold goods to Manoj, okay, costing 50,000 rupees, and Manoj say, yeah, I will make the payment. And if you forget to record all the transactions, later on you told to Manoj, pay 55,000. Bhai. So why should I pay 55,000? Bhai, I purchased goods from you which cost 50,000, so I need to pay 50,000 only, or you are charging interest on it. Remember this word. It's better to record. Now why we record? It provides a legal guideline also. If you record a transaction, you have the proof. And when you have the proof, you can present in terms of the person, by this on this particular date, you purchase goods from me, now you have to make the payment. You understand that term? So recording is very necessary. Recording not only necessary for the legal proof, but also to ascertain how many transactions you do in a day. How many times the good you purchase, you sold goods. How many times you sold goods on cash purchase, and from whom? फ्रॉम होम यू सोल्ड द गुड्स, आपने कितने लोगों से गुड्स कैश में बेचा है, कितने लोगों को क्रेडिट में बेचा है, जिनको क्रेडिट में बेचा है यू हैव द नेम्स और नॉट, तो इट्स बेटर टू बी रिकॉर्ड अ ट्रांजेक्शन, इट प्रोवाइड्स सेफ्टी टू द बिजनेस, you understand? So recording is one of the most important point. Okay, recording, now when we say recording, the most important, when we record the book transactions, you know that where we record in the books, the transaction we record in the books. You purchase goods costing rupees 10,000, the way we record, I will show you how what is the particular manner, but we record in our books the transactions of business, it record in a particular books. That book is called journal, journal, journal book. You remember the saying, you purchase, whenever you purchase goods, that particular book is called journal. You understand that? So recording is done, recording is one of the most important point, but where we record in a particular book, that particular book is called journal. I hope it's clear. Next, fourth part is, after recording, we need to classify it. Classify. We need to classify. Now, what we classify? We need to classify what we need to do. Suppose we maintain the book, in the lot many transactions are there. You purchase, the lot many purchases are there. Then you have sale also. You sold the good, then you purchase again in a day, then you sold. Then allotment transaction, you pay the rent, you pay the interest on your interest, you purchase furniture, you purchase some current and non-current asset. I will describe you what is current and non-current assets. You purchase, there are lot many transactions are there in a business. You need to classify it. Now what is classify means? Separate. Now what means separate? We need to separate. Suppose there are lot many purchases are there, so we are separating the purchase and we are separating the sales, so that we can find out at the end of the year, at the end of the day, total purchase, आज purchase कितनी हुई, or at the end of the day, आज sale कितनी हुई. You need to classify. Simple, total आज हमने कितना interest pay किया, या आज हमने कितना transportation pay किया, या आज हमने कितना ऑक्ट्राई पे किया. All things should be recorded. तो classify, you need to classify. Here giving to you a small example. Here purchase शिवा ने पूरे दिन भर आज purchase सेल की. तो we need to, in a book, in a journal, he record all the transactions, but transactions should be recorded. All the transactions should be in a chronological order. What is chronological order? Step by step. The transaction which happened first should be recorded first. Only sequence wise. So purchase, he maintained all the purchase. So all the purchase should write in a separate side, and all the sales he should be write in a separate side. Suppose the total purchase here is 40,000 and total sale in a day is 1 lakh. उसने 40,000 का goods खरीदा और total 1 lakh का goods बेचा. You understand them? So means from the in a day we classify transaction. We classify different transactions so that we can हमें मालूम चल जाए कि at the actual total purchase, total sales कितना interest, कितना octroi हमने pay किया in a day. So this separation, classification is done through ledgers. This classification is done through ledgers. In ledgers we classify different transactions. We make particular accounts, okay, like purchase, sales, or purchase return, sales return. There are many types of accounts are there, which I will teach you later. But first understand what is classification means. Classification means अलग करना. जो ट्रांजेक्शन एक जैसी है उनको एक साथ रिकॉर्ड करना, दूसरी ट्रांजेक्शन जो एक जैसी है उनको एक साथ रिकॉर्ड करना, एंड दस क्लासिफाई करने को हम बोलते हैं लेजर्स. रिकॉर्डेड लेजर्स. I hope it's clear. Okay. After ledgers, after classification, the accountancy could not be stopped over here. They say after classification, we need to summarize. Okay, what we need to summarize? We need to summarize. Okay, now what is summarize? We need to summarize. Suppose there are different accounts are there. The fifth one, this is the fifth part. We call it summary. Summarizing. This is case summarizing. Now what do we need to summarize? Okay. We need to summarize. We classify where total purchase, total sale. Similarly, in summarize, we write here purchase, purchase, purchase. Here we write sales, sales, sales. Now we need to summarize. The total purchase is 40,000, the total sale is 1 lakh. So how much amount of money we are earning? So you say, sir, we are earning 60,000. Now 60,000 is not your earn. Might be there are different types of other expenses occur on that. Goods को बनाने में, बेचने में बहुत सारे expenses होते हैं. Now for this thing, we need to summarize all our expenses, income in different accounts. That account is for this purpose. In summarizing, we need to prepare 3 accounts. Note down this thing is important. Because summarizing means whatever the transaction you record, you classify. We need to find out the summarize it to find the net result. Okay, summarizing. We need to prepare 3 accounts which we call trading account. Second one is called profit and loss account. And third part is called balance sheet. You heard the name balance sheet. This comes under summarizing. So we need to prepare 3 accounts. Now why these 3 accounts are prepared? These 3 accounts is called financial statement. It's one of the most important account. Financial statement. Now the complete chapter is there in CBSE as well in ISC, trading, PL and balance sheet. They complete a separate chapter for trading, separate chapter for PL account and separate chapter for balance sheet. How we prepare trading account? I will teach you later on, but basic differences from this account we can find out the financial position of the business. Okay, so we need to summarize in order to find out what is the business profit or loss है business ने पूरे साल भर में कितना कमाया, how much the business profit is or business losses. So with the help of these account we can able to find out what the business actual financial position is. Next thing is after when we prepare we summarize, the next step is analyzing and interpreting. Is analyzing, just wait. There are 6 parts. We call it analyzing and interpretation. Now, what is this line means? Analyzing. Analyzing. Analyzing and interpretation. Interpretation. Now, analyzing and interpretation. 6th step. Now this say that analyze the business situation. Now it says that when you find out the business position, how we get, suppose in a year we get 10 lakh rupees of profit, or Shiva gets after doing a hard work in the business, he is earning 10 lakh rupees of profit. With the help of analyzing and interpretation, he find out what is my business weak points are there, what are the strong points are there. If I earn 10 lakh rupees, is there any scope, any chances here I can expand the business or I can increase my profit? So with the help of this thing, he can analyze what is the business strong points and weak points of the business. Whether business is earning an adequate amount of profit or the business can earn more amount of profit. So it means that with the help of analyzing, we can find out the strong and the weak points of the business. Weak points of the business. I hope it's clear. Now, no businessman want to satisfy. If a business want to grow further, he has to always do the innovations, new technology, new things. So with the help of analyzing and interpretation, he can find out how much amount of profit we are earning, and that amount of profit we are earning is adequate enough, or whether there any scope, any chances here we can grow further. So this is a step. With the help of analyzing and intervention, the business can find out the strong and weak point in his business and how we remove them. What are the strong points? How we encourage them more. How we become, how the strong points can become an asset for us, and what are the weak points are there? How we remove them. So these are the things. With the help of Analyzing and interpretation of a result. We can analyze. This is a very important part of our business because not many businessmen can do the research work in that. It provides a research, basic research. No company wants to satisfy. Is it clear now? Because it's a cutthroat market. Every business wants to grow. Every business wants to satisfy more and more customer. Why they want to satisfy more and more customer? Then only they can earn more and more amount of profit. So this is called analyzing and interpretation. And the last part in accountancy is communication. Is the last part in accountancy process is communication. Now what is communication? Whatever result you get, you need to communicate to others. There are two types of stakeholders in the business. Internal stakeholders and the external stakeholders. Now internal and the external stakeholders. Now what are internal, what is external? Internal stakeholders are those which are directly involved in the business. For example, owners or maybe partners. You understand this thing? Or employees. They all know that when the business will grow, with the help of this analyzing, they know that when the businesses grow, they get the more amount of profit. Or the employee think that they get the more bonus. And the owners think that he get the more profit, he can expand the business more. External shareholder are those like government, banks, those who provide loan to business. If profit, if the business is earning adequate amount of profit or has a goodwill in the market, the bank can easily grant him the loan. The other creditors, those who are the creditors, they can easily give them the money to them, or they say that you can purchase the goods on credit, because your financial position is strong. We know that you can able to make the payment. This happens. A bank also, government also think that if the business earn more amount of profit, then they will pay more amount of tax. So these are things. To commission, whatever the business earns, whatever the result for business, they always communicate to stakeholders. Communication means to tell them, this is our balance sheet, this is our financial position. Is it clear now? So these are the steps which involve in business. Now, check it again. But what are the steps we have done? Because these are one of the most important accountancy process. You need to know that. Just take a quick revision. What we have did now. What we have did till now. First thing is, check again and find out if you record transaction, check again. We do identification, first step. I represent for identification. We do the identification, then measuring. You measure in terms of money. First identify a transaction, whether transaction is in terms of is a financial transaction or not. Second thing is, what are the financial transaction you identify, record in terms of money. First measure in terms of money, because everything accountancy does not record. Those who are not involved in terms of money. Everything, every business transaction should have some money worth. This is called monetary narration. Third part is recording. I told you it's important because we create journal recording where we record the transactions. We call it journal book. Fourth is journal book, not jungle book. Next is summarizing. S represent for summarizing. Is that? Next is analyzing and interpreting. And last is F represent for analyzing and interpreting. And last is communication. C. So basically accountancy is IMRSAC. I think it's a 4-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 7th step. First is identifying, measuring, recording, classification, recording, and we need to classify. Before that, C, classifying. Then summarizing, then analyzing and interpreting, and then communication. Here we prepare ledgers. Classification, we forgot to classify. I'm sorry for this. Recording, after recording, we need to classify the different transaction in a one particular section. That particular section is called ledgers. So all the purchase book, all the purchase entry should record in a purchase book. All the sales transaction should be recorded in sales book. Okay, it is easy for the accountant to identify that. So first in the accountancy is IMRCSAC to represent. I represent for identification, M represent for measuring in terms of money, R for recording in journal, C for classification in ledgers, S for summarizing the result, A for analyzing and interpreting to find out what is the business strong position or negative position, and the communication of the result to others. Whatever you achieve, you need to communicate. So this is basically the accountancy is all about, or accountancy process all about. I hope it's clear. In case you have any doubt, please write to me. I can solve it for you. But understand that because it's the important part. Now, if you say how we define accountancy, there are a lot many definitions are given. I'll say we already understand the accounting process. How we define accountancy. So please note down. Accountancy is a process of accounting, or simple say accounting is a process of identifying. I represent for identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, measuring, recording, classifying, analyzing, and communication and communicating the results, to permit judgment and decision by the user of accounts. Judgment and decisions by the user of accounts. By the users of accounts. What is accountancy? Accountancy is a process. Okay, it's a process of identifying, measuring, recording, communicating. You have to write in full: identify, measuring, recording, classifying, analyzing, and communicating the results to permit the judgment and decision by the user of accounts. And those who want to permit the judgment by the user of accounts. This is a accountancy all about. There are lot many definitions which are given the accountancy. Some say accountancy is the art of recording, summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money transactions and events in a part at least of financial character, interpreting the results. There are lot many definitions are there. If you want to know, note down one more definition. Please note down. It says that accounting is the art of recording. Accounting is the art of recording and summarizing in a significant manner. And in terms of money transactions. And events in a part at least of financial character, financial character and interpreting the results. So actually what a business accountancy all about? To find the result. What is the find the end result? What is the business is all about? So basically I told you accountancy is the language for business. You understand? See, in case if you have any query, please do write to me. And in the second chapter we'll do the next part, which is include bookkeeping and the process, what are the accounts we need to prepare in accountancy. So till then, stay tuned. Have a nice day.